Have you ever noticed that Japanese women and men have the most gorgeous, luscious, healthy looking hair? Personally, I have never seen a Japanese person with bad hair. I know no matter what kind of culture or country you come from, there's obviously people with bad hair, but I'm just saying, even in person, even older people, they usually have dark hair. It doesn't go gray quickly. And so today we are going to be breaking down Japanese hair growth secrets. If you've noticed, a lot of Japanese people don't have extremely long hair, just like the Yao women and a lot of other women in other countries like Chad. They are a group of women who have extremely long hair that goes all the way to their ankles. But on average, if you look at the average Japanese woman or man, they don't generally have significantly long hair, not even like waist length hair, even just shoulder length hair or above the waist is kind of normal. And I find that this is more of an aesthetic choice or a personal choice, and not necessarily that they can't grow their hair that long. So I just want to preface that if you're thinking, well, they don't have the longest hair in the world, so I won't take the hair growth tips. This video is focused on health because with health comes length. My name is Angelica, aka Angie B, and let's get to the first Japanese hair growth secret that we can learn from. So one thing about Japanese hair is they actually have some of the thickest hair in the world. And I'm not talking about volume or specifically the numbers of hairs they have on their head. I mean per individual strand, it is some of the thickest in the world. So most people have about 5 layers. Some have a little bit more, of course, but on average, we have about 5 layers of hair on our cortex, on the hair shaft. Japanese people on average have about 10 layers, so it is super thick and super strong naturally. Because their hair shaft has more layers on the actual cuticle, that makes it thicker and stronger than the average person. AKA, what's your favorite word to comment in these videos? Genetics. Yes, of course, genetics will always play a role. But that doesn't mean that we can't learn from other aspects. Another thing that comes down to genetics is their hair growth rate. Their hair also grows faster than the average person. So let's say if the average person grows about half an inch of hair, they may grow 3.5 inches or a full inch every single month. So they do have the jumping ups when it comes to the natural speed of their hair growth and the strength of their hair. But something that is not really noticed or focused on is that Japanese people actually, on average, have very dry hair. And that can also be attributed to how thick it is. So it's hard for the moisture to penetrate all the way through the hair shaft. And dryness leads to what? Breakage. This is all to say that the speed at which your hair grows doesn't always have everything to do with the length of your hair, because if you have dry hair, you're breaking it really fast. Doesn't matter how fast your hair grows, it will still be short because you're breaking it either at the same rate or even faster than it is growing. And that's very similar to Afro textured hair, curly hair, because first of all, our natural hair oils can't go all the way down from the roots to the end of our hair because it is super curly. By the time the oil makes its hair all the way down the coil, we're already washing our hair, okay? So Japanese people also don't all have straight hair. Some of them have curly hair. Some of them have more frizzy hair. There's many different hair textures as well in Japan, but overall they tend to have a little bit of a drier texture. So we can definitely learn something, especially me. I am a naturally dry haired girl and I suffer with retaining moisture a lot of the time. So I know at this stage everybody usually runs to, so tell me, what's the product? What do they use in their hair? The first thing I'm going to mention is not actually a product because this is more important than any products I could mention or that you could Google online. And this is diet. Japanese people are heavily focused on a balanced diet and they eat really, really well. They have balanced meals with enough protein, carbs, and fats, which are the main essential macronutrients that anyone needs to be healthy. Hair health is based on your entire body's health. And so if your body is unhealthy, your hair will be unhealthy. They eat lots of meat, they eat lots of fish, and lots of broths as well that are really good for the entire body, very nutrient dense, very great for digestion, and they are also very high in protein. And Japanese people focus on overall health. It's not necessarily that they're like, I need to eat this fish so my hair can grow. The healthy hair is just like a side effect, a byproduct of the healthy diet. They also have one of the lowest obesity rates in the world. It's about a rate of 3.5%. Of course, in major cities, I'm sure the numbers are going up, but overall, in general, this is sort of a reflection of their diet and their lifestyle, the way they eat, and the fact that they walk around a lot. And of course, when it comes to the diet as well, we will factor in one thing that people tend to ignore in a lot of these Asian countries, the beauty standard. Okay, so just because someone is not obese doesn't automatically mean they're healthy. They could be being unhealthy trying to fit the beauty standard, but on average, when it comes to Japanese people that actually have healthy hair, these are the standards. Lots of exercise, whether that's just walking around or doing actual exercise, eating a healthy diet, and of course drinking a lot of water. And for them, the water can also count with a lot of the teas and the broths and soups that they have, because of course they are filled with water and are very hydrating, and this includes fruits as well. Now we can get to the products, okay? One of the holy grail ingredients for Japanese hair care is Camellia oil. It is in so many of their hair products, from shampoos to conditioners to leave-in conditioners to almost any product for the hair you can think of. Even for the skin, Camellia oil is their number one ingredient. And they use this oil on the hair shaft, they use it on their scalp, on the skin. Like I said, it's like an all-purpose oil. Of course, it is a carrier oil. You can tell by the way it can be used. And their favorite way to use it is, if they're using pure camellia oil, is to use it on the ends of the hair to keep them hydrated and the hair shaft, and also used to detangle the hair, most likely before a wash. Oils like this are actually really good at preventing split ends, because per their routine, it sounds like one of those standard routines where you use a little bit of oil on the ends of your hair every single night, whether you wash your hair afterwards or not. Using that little bit of oil at the ends every single night is something I have been doing for the past heading to 3 months now, I think, and it's a game changer. It makes your hair feel amazing. So I'm very interested in this camellia oil. Another thing they do, especially in conjunction with this oil, is brushing their hair. Now, note that a lot of these people who tend to brush their hair from root to tip on probably a daily basis or multiple times a day usually have straight hair. So if you want to get the same sort of benefits or results, the best thing you could do instead is do something like a scalp massage or a finger detangle if you have to do it, or use one of those like those electronic scalp massagers on your scalp. I had one. I wasn't able to change the battery. I just kind of got over it. I forgot about it. There's that one that looks like it has little hands that move around. I feel like that would feel so nice on my scalp, but it's a little expensive and I'm scared that it might tangle my hair. So before I purchase it, I'd like to find like a tester, someone who has one, so I can see if it actually tangles hair. But your hands will do the trick just fine. I find that those massagers are more of an incentive because it's just a little bit more exciting and a little bit less work for you, because you just need to hold it on your scalp, and that's why they're successful. But usually using your hands to do a scalp massage will be just as effective. So when they comb their hair, they actually like to use wooden combs and brushes because they are more gentle. Of course, they are made very well so that there are no snags or anything like that that can pinch or snag at your hair. They also sometimes dip these combs, or these combs are made kind of infused with camellia oil, so that as you're combing your hair, it's distributing that oil all the way through your hair shaft and also getting out any shed hairs to prevent tangling when you're washing your hair. So this next tip is one that I personally think is extremely, extremely important, and we can definitely take away from this tip because a lot of us with natural hair tend to not wash our hair very often, or when we do, not wash it to the point where it's clean enough. So Japanese people are very focused on extremely gentle hair care. So while a lot of them wash their hair very often, some even wash their hair every day, they don't use any harsh chemicals. Most of their shampoos are sulfate free, and because they wash their hair a little bit more often, they can get away with not using anything strong. And sometimes they might wash their hair even every day without any shampoo at all. It's basically like a co-wash or just washing with water, and then at least once a week they will use an actual lathering shampoo, which will really clean the hair and make sure that the scalp is completely clean, but they will still opt for the most gentle option. And when they use their shampoos, Japanese skincare and hair care is really, I don't know how they do it, but they manage to source amazing ingredients that are extremely high quality but not too expensive. Even my favorite skin toner that I use every single day is Japanese. It's the Hada Labo Gokyujin Hyaluronic Acid Toner. it's not here with me, but it's a 400 mil huge container. It literally lasts me like a year, and I use it twice a day, every single day. It is amazing. And so I trust their skincare. Even one of my favorite sunscreens is Japanese, the Biore SPF 50 PA plus 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 plus. So I trust their ingredients. They are extremely high quality, very well formulated, and work extremely well. So I know that even their hair care products are very well formulated in a very gentle way, but extremely effective as well. So I am definitely looking into Japanese hair care. So stay tuned. I may be trying some things soon. I just need to figure out the popular brands and what actually works and what doesn't, because every single country, no matter how amazing, there's always going to be some crap products. That's just how it is. This next one will come to no surprise because, like many of the other Asian countries from this region, rice water. Japanese people also love rice water. They have rice infused skincare, they also have rice infused hair care, and they also do just the exact same DIY rice water. If you want to check it out, I do have a rice water video on this channel, so you can check it out. I could link it at the end of this video. But yes, the whole rinsing the hair with rice water, whether it's spraying it on, dipping it, using a rice water rinse in some capacity, they use rice water as well, mainly because it is rich in antioxidants, and Japanese hair care and skincare is very focused on antioxidants. Now, this one product is, I think, also extremely important because the first time I heard about a product like this was actually from a Japanese hair care brand, and this is scalp serums. And these are targeted scalp serums and not oils. Like, it's actually just a serum that's either a gel like consistency or a watery consistency. Japanese people love scalp serums, whether they are unclogging for the follicles, like something that has salicylic acid, or amino acid rich ones like rice extract ones, just any kind of targeted serum for the scalp. Japanese people love these, and whenever you use a serum, you have to massage it in, so that adds another layer of a scalp massage. And these ingredients are extremely amazing, and I think serums for hair are just like serums for the face. You can get a lot of worth out of a serum because it is specifically targeted. It doesn't do like a whole bunch of other things. Its target is just the one main thing. And now, of course, there's so many scalp serums that are popular all over, from Kerastase, from I think Briogeo. I'm seeing so many different companies come out with their own scalp serums now. So if you're looking for any targeted solution for your hair, looking into a scalp serum is actually a great recommendation as well. Like I mentioned before, one of my favorite sunscreens is from a Japanese brand. They also use UV protection on their hair by wearing hats very often, and also using hair care products that are infused with SPF. Because if you didn't know, your hair can also get sun damage just like your skin, and you can start to see extreme lightening or breakage or damage in certain sections of your hair that are constantly exposed to the sun because they are getting excessive UV and heat damage. So this is a tip that everyone can take. I actually love this. Sometimes if it's really hot and I'm going out and I know my hair will be exposed, I would just take one of my favorite heat protectants, like ones I would use for a silk press or a blow dry, and they usually say UV protection on them if they have them, and I just put that on any of the exposed hair when I go out, and it actually does a really great job, and it makes your hair look really nice too. So if you are Japanese or know more Japanese hair growth tips, please leave them in the comment section below, because on this channel we like to learn from a diverse array of cultures and people. So please feel free to share. Thank you so much for watching. Click this video right here if you'd like something else a little more interesting. Click my face right here to subscribe if you didn't in the beginning. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!